starting with?
I guess just how much work there is to do.
What day is this on the forming?
What week is it?
No, not week. What day is this on forming? Third day?
I don't know.
How many days have we been forming, Dad? You remember?
No.
All right, this is like, I think it's like day 3 of working on stem wall since our footer's been poured. It's been going quite a bit slower than I anticipated. And the problem is, on like the first day that I started on the stem wall, I ordered our concrete. Our concrete is showing up tomorrow at 2 p.m. And as you can see, we've got quite a bit left to do. We've basically got the apartment stem wall formed and completed, but we have just about the entire shop left, besides the interior portion of this one stretch that you see. So we've got a lot to do before concrete shows up. I'm getting a little nervous, been kind of stressing out the last couple of days, because I really do not want to cancel the concrete tomorrow morning. So, but
we're definitely in a crunch to get this done like today, because this is Sunday, so tomorrow is pour time. So we really gotta.
Yeah, I don't really feel like calling them on Monday morning to cancel a Monday afternoon pour. So we've got to finish up the stem walls. As we get the interior side of the stem wall done, we got to put the rebar in, the 2 other rows. And on the shop, I also have to put in the blockouts for the man doors and the large garage door openings. And on the other side there, we've got the sleeve for the sewer already through the stem wall. I've got my pipe in for, and the UFER in for my electrical panel over here, so that's pretty much complete, but still have to bend some rebar for the corners, bend and cut some rebar for corners, and I've got to bend and cut rebar to tie my top row of rebar, horizontal rebar, down into my middle row of rebar for the door openings. So got a lot to do. We tried getting ahead of the game today and staging all of our materials where we need them. So that way, as we can get into a flow and we're not like walking around all over the place. So hopefully when we get moving, we can just kind of get into a rhythm and work our way around the wall. But a lot to do. Yeah, we'll give you guys a little bit of a update on whether we make it or not. So hopefully we make it.
So I'm just spraying these boards down with this treatment chemical so that the cement, once we pour it, it doesn't stick to the forms when we do the stem wall. And Forrest is finishing up putting together the stem wall. So I'm just laying these boards out around the area where he'll need them.
All right, we thought we'd just take a minute to kind of give a quick little breakdown of the different phases of the construction of the stem wall. We've been working really hard and haven't really filmed. Are you ready? Yep. All right, we just wanted to give you just a quick little glimpse on like the different phases of the stem wall. So we just want to take a few minutes and show you what we got going on here. So what we do first is we marked out square chalk lines of our stem wall, as well as the offset for the thickness of our plywood. And then that offset tells us where to nail into the concrete, the green concrete, for our base plates here. So we went through and we nailed down the perimeter of our, with our base plates. And then we come through and we start nailing, putting our plywood for our stem wall forms into place. As we're putting our plywood in, we put the top plate in as well. It keeps them straight and level. Once we get that in, see, you're screwing me all up here. She's back there making faces behind the camera.
Sorry.
Okay, let's try this again. So anyway, we put those up. We kind of level it, keep them even, straight as we go. We nail it into our base plate from the inside. We nail our top plate on. And then once we get one side in, we stick our snap ties through our pre-drilled holes, which we'll show you how we do that in another clip here probably. But we stick these through and then we can put our whalers on one side. Once we get that one side complete and the whalers are on and the snap ties are held into place, then we go through and we put our other two rows of rebar on, which are these here. And just an FYI, we have the steel number 4 rebar here, and then this here is a fiberglass rebar. Somebody told me about that at one of the vendors told me about the fiberglass rebar, and it saved us a lot of money. The only problem is you can't bend it, so you can only use it on the straight runs. So we're using that, tying it into our corners where we have to bend rebar. And then we're going to use a lot of that of the fiberglass in our slab. And that's pretty much it. Once we get the one side done and get any sleeves that we need in, then we put up the outside wall, and then just clip our whalers on to the side of the snap ties. And then real quick, I want to show you this. This is the sleeve I put through for our sewer. So I shot grade from our tank to here, made sure that we had enough fall for the required 1/4 inch per foot. And then I put that in. And then I also just double checked to make sure that from our plumbing fixtures on the inside of the shop, that we'd have the required fall to this point as well. And then putting that in, all I did to hold this in place, and as you can see, it's super strong here, it's not going to move at all, is on the other side I have the same setup of tie wires. I drilled 2 holes and fished tie wire through to the inside on top and bottom, and then I basically take on the inside that you can't see from this side, but I take a little piece of wood and tie it around the wood, and then I just spin that piece of wood until it gets tight on the whalers on the inside. When it's really tight, and then I nail it so it can't unspin, and that holds it in there tight. And so this is our next piece of plywood here that's going on right here on this side. So I measured it out and I drilled myself holes here, 2 1/4 inch holes, and I'll fish this tie wire through that plywood when we put it up, and I'll do the same thing on this side. And it will sandwich that sleeve between my stem wall forms. All right, so this is pretty much what a finished product looks like for the most part. You can see we got all our whalers in. I'm using double whalers. I use 2x6s for the top and bottom plates, and the reason why I did that is all this lumber that you guys see is actually our framing lumber. So typically I would have just used a 2x4 for this, but because I would have had to have bought more 2x4s than I need for my project, I decided to use 2x6s because I have them for my framing and I'm utilizing them. But for the whalers, you can't use 2x6 because they don't make a snap tie long enough to stick out beyond the 2x6. So I had to actually buy a few more 2x4s already than I wanted to. But anyway, this is basically what the finished product looks like. All the whalers on, we got our snap tie wedges in place, And the only thing this is really lacking at this point is once we're 100% done, we're gonna go through. As you can see, this still has a little bit of wobble to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add strong backs, which are essentially 2x4s that go vertically on the outside of the whalers. And then what we do is we attach a diagonal bracing to that strong back, kick it out to the ground, put a stake in the ground, and we make sure this is plumb, and then we nail it in place. And that'll give it that lateral support from, it won't allow it to wave. It'll keep it nice and straight.
All right, so while Forrest is setting up for the day and figuring out, the most efficient order to do things, I'm just getting breakfast ready with the girls. They're helping me out. Sort of helping me? Why are you guys sort of helping me? You guys are trying to plan? What do you guys got planned? Oh my gosh. A tea party. Okay, she's getting ready for her party. But the sausage, it looks like, is done. So that looks good. Cheese is being grated. Sort of. Yeah, that's a pretty one. Ooh, I like that one. You decide. Right now, I'm focused on getting breakfast going. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that together.
almost 4:30. So I rolled out of bed this morning and got to work at like 6, a little after 6.
I don't think you need to say all that.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. So we showed them what we did, and now it's 4:30. We've been working 10 hours. Okay. We're gonna keep going, but we've only got we've got the end wall to do the whalers on the inside of the shop.
Let's start. Oh.
What?
Because.
Stop telling me how to start. Okay? There's no script, all right?
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna roll with it.
No, there's not any script. I'm just saying. All right, whatever. Okay, so we've been at it for like 10 hours.
Yeah, 10 hours. We've only got a couple hours left really to work, 2-3 hours left to work. And concrete's tomorrow at 2, so we're really stressing it out. I don't know if we're gonna make it or not. We'll see how much further we get tonight, but we still have to finish the inside wall, the whalers, and then we still have the 2 long walls on the outside all the way down and the short wall on the outside, so quite a bit left to do. And on top of that, we still have to get all the diagonal bracing and marking out for our studs so we know where to put our J-bolts for our anchors. So
But the bracing, we have time to do that in the morning, or no?
I don't know, that's the point. If we don't get the outside walls done, then we have to do that and the bracing tomorrow.
So much attitude.
Well, you think we're gonna get all this done tonight?
No, I think we can get the whalers and stuff done.
Maybe if you continue to help till 8 o'clock tonight.
That's the plan.
Yeah, we're
Tensions are high.
down to the wire on this one. Probably should have ordered concrete for Tuesday at 2.
Yeah, and I'm off on Tuesday too. So it would have been better.
Already. That was stupid. It's itchy.
Did your bug bite?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it's a big pink spot.
Yeah, it's weird too because I thought I got scraped there. I didn't think I got bit, I thought I got scraped.
Oh.
But.
You got stung.
Are you sure?
It's kind of what happened to me on that scrape I got. It swelled up.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't remember getting stung. I think I would have known if I got stung. We might have enough in here. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And we need 6 per 12, so 12, oh my gosh, 6 per 12. 12, 24, 36, 3 times 6, 18. We're just a little shy. We need, I think, some 8-footers to get us started, and then maybe we'll steal those. Oh boy, I'm tired.
So that's what you keep in your bag, huh?
That's what I got in my pockets too.
Look at that. You gotta grab a nail and you're like, oh, let me just sift through all of this first.
All my bags are gonna be so much lighter.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. You need like a strainer to get all of the nails out.
Alrighty. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's right here. You never went and got us rebar, tie wire, I mean.
I know, I forgot.
You're so lucky we got enough. Like barely enough.
I am lucky.
It's like barely. swinging the wrong way. It's on the wrong, oh no, I'm looking at the wrong spot. It's like, what did I do? I was looking at this side and I thought I had it going upside down, going up into the doorway instead of down away from the doorway.
You're just tired.
Yeah, I guess so.
Does that make us redo everything we don't have to redo?
Let's try to sneak past you here. Or if you bump down to the very end, we'll meet toward the middle.
Just give me a chunk of wire.
Oh boy. 2 for each row? Oh crap, we got the doors over there too. Only put fiberglass on the middle row. This one. Don't worry about this one yet. We got to bend rebar for all those door openings. Ready?
Yep.
Still good?
Looks good. Push the plywood out.
Oh, my nose. You're gonna catch our rework on YouTube.
We kind of made a mistake.
Yeah, that's what I'm filming right now.
You want to film our mistakes?
Of course. That's good YouTube.
You good?
Yep. Move.
You good?
Okay.
What's going on here? Maybe not. Maybe it's just soft.
You want the pleasure of turning that off?
I don't know. That looks better. Corner, essentially we've got that end is tied in the corner. We've basically got to go from the electrical stub around to here, put the block outs in and the rebar in the front.
Let's get the whalers done up to here. I think maybe we can finish this corner.
Yeah, I think we can definitely finish this corner for sure. But I think you guys...
If we got up early and got started earlier,
Yeah.
we might be able to make it.
Yeah, I don't see why not, because then you just have this side and that side.
Yeah, but it's not just that. Then we got to go and do, on both sides of the perimeter, we got to do vertical supports and diagonals that kick out and drive stakes and brace it so that you don't have the waviness.
Let's get these whalers on and see if we can make it around here.
Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have enough. I'm almost wondering if you should get in the truck and go pick up some food and more 2x4s. All right, so today we're still waiting on concrete. We're supposed to have it tomorrow. So today, to keep ourselves busy, we decided to go ahead and tackle a portion of the well pit. So plan for today is we're going to actually, where the 90-degree elbow is from the wellhead coming up, we're going to extend that with a 10-foot stick of galvanized pipe so we can move that everything on those pallets out away from the excavation about 10 feet. And then we're going to get down there and we're going to finish digging out the footer to the proper elevation, drop our footer forms down in there that we've already pre-built, and then get those staked and secured in place. And then we're going to go ahead and take all the rebar that I've already pre-bent and tie it in and get that ready for the pour. So hopefully I ordered a little extra concrete for the stem wall pour, and hopefully we don't end up using it and we can come over here and pour the footer. All right, well, we got our septic tank in place. We were filming the placement of the tank, but something happened with our GoPro. It just shut off, so we kind of missed that portion. But it's in now. It's set. It's a two-piece tank, so they had to set the bottom piece first, get that aligned with our transfer line that goes to our leach field. And then we put the butyl tape in the groove, set the second piece, and then that was pretty much it. So we missed that portion, but we're here now. We got getting ready to pipe the outlet side in. So we'll just extend our sewer pipe here through this rubber boot that's embedded in the concrete. And then that stabs into the baffle on the inside, glues onto the baffle, I should say. So there's two baffles, one for the inlet side, one for the outlet side. The inlet is a little shorter than the outlet. So we'll pipe both of those. And with the risers here, we've got to clean this up, and we're going to get some epoxy and put around this PVC ring that's embedded in the concrete. And then this riser, PVC riser, slips over the top of that. And then our lid just screws into the top of the riser. The risers were not cut very evenly. They're kind of jagged, so I'm going to have to clean up one side because there's a little gasket material on these lids, and I want to make sure that it presses firmly up against that all the way around so we don't get any gases and nasty smells coming out of the tank. Once we get all this done here, we'll call for an inspection, and once we get it approved, we'll be able to at least backfill the outlet side, the tank up to the inlet. The inlet to the house itself is a plumbing permit, so that's a different inspection, so I'll have to leave that open. But so we're going to get started on now.